Today, you will go through multiple sessions on different channels of marketing, and this one is about social media. Yes, we had more than 1,500 tweets going on with the hashtag Zoholics2019 or Zoholics19 yesterday, and we were like trending worldwide for the first half of the day. So, for those who have not used social media for your business, this session is for you. And those who have been using social media, we're going to look at how does social get better when you bring in your sales and customer service into it, okay? So like I said, we're going to talk about different marketing channels all through the day in this session. Let's today talk about social in context with customer service and sales. Yep, if you haven't sent out a tweet yet, that's the hashtag for the event. And if you have a question around social media in particular, you can tag Zoho Social as well. Just to set context here, I believe most of us in the room relate with the small and medium businesses, all right? And whenever this notion of social media comes into a discussion with SMBs involved, there's a lot of ambiguity around, is social media only for the Nikes and Pepsis of the world, for them running campaigns and spending millions of dollars on it? The answer is no. So what are the 4 or 5 ways in which businesses that are still growing may or may not have an agency handling their social media can maximize the platforms that they're on? And they could be on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, maybe one or all of them, depending on what works for your business. But these are the 5 key things that social media helps you with. So first is, of course, reach. It helps you connect with prospects and audience and future prospects as well, given that you're sharing content that is relevant to them or educating them on a subject matter. Some of that, of course, gets viral, depending on how it is and how people react with it, but it generally helps you get the reach beyond your current customer base. And when there is reach, one of the direct results of that is traffic, depending on how you push your content on social media. Another beautiful aspect of social media is targeting. The way social channels let you target based on demographics or geography, it's unparalleled. And of course, it varies from network to network, but most networks let you target, in some cases, only your paid posts, and in other cases, your organic posts as well. Both LinkedIn and Facebook let you target your posts before you hit the publish button. Another beauty of the medium is complementing your other marketing activities. Like, you go to an event, or you're running an offline promotion, you add a layer of social element to it, and it gets viral beyond the reach it otherwise had. And my favorite is the network effect. Oftentimes, we buy what our friends recommend or what their friends have already tried. You know, you go to a Kickstarter campaign, you back them, and the next button that you see is share this on social media. Why? Because they want your friends to know that you backed a project on Kickstarter, and hence the network effect. So that's another beauty of the medium. So as a business, let's look at the typical customer experience funnel. Okay. So what is customer experience funnel in this context here? Well, you're running a business. As a marketer, someone's job is to create awareness about your products and services, and then generate leads, sell them whatever you're trying to sell, and if it's worth their time and investment. And then once they become your customer, you service them. So these are different stages of a so-called funnel. So today we're going to look at how social media plays a role in each of these stages. Let's look at awareness. So, and now I'm bringing the product here. So what a social media tool does for you is it helps you schedule and publish content across multiple networks. So, and it's just not like putting up your content there and hitting the publish button. The different scenarios that you could use. So for example, you're going on a vacation, you want to schedule your content ahead of time. you want to bulk schedule your content. You want to get your intern or an employee on your company, on your team, to take care of content. These are different scenarios, and you may or may not want to give flexibility in terms of posting timeline or a content which has to go with images or videos or just a link. There's so many complications around what should I post, when should I post, what is the best time to post. So things like these are what the social media tools like Zoho Social help you with, okay? Which you would not get an answer to if you directly go on Twitter or Facebook. Facebook doesn't tell you what is the best time to post, okay? The other thing is cross-posting on multiple channels. That's something that tools like Zoho Social help you do. You can select multiple networks and hit the publish button, hit the schedule button, hit the repeat post button. I'm going to show you that to you in a minute to manage your posts. And the icing on the cake is Instagram direct publishing. So this is something that got introduced last year, where Instagram did not allow people to use a third-party tool like Zoho Social to publish content on Instagram. They had to use the Instagram mobile app to do that. So if you're using on a desktop, you have a nice image, you've added colors to it, you've added, you've changed it, and you want to post it, you have to send it back to your mobile phone and then upload it from there. Instagram fixed that problem, and we brought direct publishing within the product last year. Let's look at some of the other features of publishing that I was talking about. So this is your Zoho Social dashboard. So when you log in and set up your account, you see your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google My Business profiles. This is a fictitious company called Zoho Travels, which is a boutique travel agency. This is your dashboard. The next tab is the post tab, which I was talking about. So let's see how many ways in which you can publish your content. These are some of the already published posts, as you can see. You can filter them based on the network, or you could see all of them. You can see your promoted posts as well if you're running a promotion. Right now, there are none. You can see the content that has already been scheduled for the week or the month or anytime during the year. You have drafts, and you have calendar. This is my favorite screen on the publishing dashboard. This calendar gives you a clear view of how your month looks like. Let's say you're going on a vacation, you want to make sure that there are no dull days throughout the week or the next couple of weeks. You can make sure there's a post which is lined up here, and you can drag and drop them. So, for example, I see on 15th of April, I have like 4 posts scheduled on this very day. I'm going to move it to the 18th. And let's say I want to change the time from 3 a.m. to, let's say, 5 p.m. Okay? I also want to edit it. So the edit button lets me edit that. And that brings me to the compose window. So let's look at how the compose window looks. Here's where you select the channels that you want the post to go on. Different channels here. There's LinkedIn, Twitter, Google My Business. Here's where you pick up the date and time to choose. You can repeat this post on set day of the month, set day of the week. And that's because, so here's a situation. You have to talk about an event that's scheduled a month from now, and you want your followers to know about that event. So you could set up a repeat post to go Monday and Friday every week until the day of the event. So these kind of functionality is not what native social channels will offer you. You cannot do it on Facebook or Twitter or any of the social channels directly. Or you could use the queue feature. Now, the queue has 2 parts to it. One is the custom queue, where you define what time of the day and which day of the week your posts go out on. And the smart queue is what I was talking about earlier. It predicts the best time to post based on the engagement on your previous posts. I'll show you how you set that up in a bit. Moving on. Google My Business is another important thing for a lot of businesses that have local presence. I met a gentleman yesterday who runs a flower boutique chain, which has different shops across the country, and he has 65 locations for his business. And he wants a Google My Business listing for each of them, because they show up on Google search when someone looks for your business or a related keyword. Managing Google My Business. So you can not just post on your Google My Business profile, but you could also add a CTA. You want to learn more link, you want to sign up link, you want to buy something. it lets you customize the link that you want that. And so when you have a page, a Google My Business listing, there'll be people who will come and give reviews. Let's say I had a very good experience at a salon that you run, okay? And I look it up. And the way I got there was looking up for it on Google. I will go ahead and give a review. So as a salon owner, you will want to look at those reviews as well. So you can create a monitor column and look through the reviews. We'll look at it when we look at the product in a bit. The other part of awareness is curating and sharing interesting content. All of us read a lot of content on the internet, on the phone, on our laptops all day long. And we try to share some of that with our followers or friends. The browser plugin, we call it ZShare, is an add-on to the product which sits on your browser, and it lets you publish the post that you're reading right now. So if I'm reading a New York Times article and I'm going to share it with my followers, I hit the share button, the pop-up shows up, it has already picked up the link and the title of the post. All I have to do is either hit the schedule button and use one of the schedule functionalities, be it a custom post or smart queue or one of those, or I could just publish it right away using the Post Now button. So now, this is interesting. Let's look at how the monitoring things work when I was talking about monitoring what matters for you. So let's go to the Monitor tab. Now, you would see this, what is typically known as a Kanban view of multi-column listening dashboard. That's how it's also known. And you define what goes in each of these columns. You might want to follow your posts that are coming in on your Facebook page. You might want to follow a hashtag that you're listening to at an event like this. Or you might want to see what are the tweets coming out from your leads and contacts and other people in your CRM. You might want to follow a particular competitor as well. So for example, Zilker Travels is following what Airbnb is saying on their Facebook page here in this example. I just set this subcolumn today where I started following the hashtag Zoholics19 to see what's happening right now. So if you send out a tweet, it'll show up here. It's a live column. And not just showing up. When you click on this, you can reply to this, you can retweet this, you can like this. You click on the person's name, I'm clicking on Ramon's post, I see his complete profile. I see his profile, I see the tweets he's making, his following, his followers. I can add him to CRM if I think he's a lead, all of that. So moving on, I spoke about awareness. What it comes down to is sales, generating leads. So how does social play well with your CRM account? Zoho Social integrates beautifully with Zoho CRM and both Zoho Desk. I'm going to look at each one of them, but for those who are looking at Zoho Social as a lead generation platform, it works flawlessly with Zoho CRM. You can push a lead that you have generated from social media into your CRM. I give the example of adding Ramon as a lead. When I hit that button, it goes in my CRM because my CRM is connected with my social account. But more than that, Facebook has like half a dozen kind of leads that you can run on the platform, and lead ads is one of them, wherein you can map as many as 20 fields with your CRM when you run a Facebook lead ad. And all of us know that Facebook collects a lot of data, and the lead ads is a consent-based data program that works on it. So let's look at how this looks. When you set up your Facebook lead ads, they will all, and you have authenticated your Facebook account with Zoho Social, you'll see all your lead ads in one column, starting with when it'll start, current status, how does the ad copy look like, how many leads were collected, and then you can manage all your forms as well. So you see your forms based on the number of leads that they have. And if you connect this to CRM, this information doesn't just stay in Zoho Social, but it gets pushed into your CRM as leads. And there'll be a field that will be marked as leads from Facebook lead ads. Like I said, you can map as many as 20 fields with between your Facebook lead ad account and your CRM account. So these are the fields in the lead form mapped to the fields in CRM. And these are all the additional fields that Facebook gives you. You can create and map them in your CRM account. Here's how the lead forms look once they are mapped. You can enable or disable the CRM integration. Let's say you're running a test campaign. You don't want those leads to go in your CRM. Just hit the toggle button. You can download those leads or see them in real time. And then when you go to the report section, you see all the leads generated from lead ads based on the campaign name, lead name, the company they're from, the information about those leads, all of that. And this is within social. It also gets mapped to CRM. Customer service for the desk customers who use our help desk software. How does it work? Well, when you're looking at tweets or updates from social network, you'll see a little icon there, which is to convert those updates into leads in Zoho Desk. You can choose the department and hit convert. That ticket, that tweet, or that update will go on a desk and will be mapped as a ticket within the platform. You see a live stream, which is basically this. On the home screen, on your right is a live stream. This is nothing but all the recent interactions that people are having with your brand on social media. It could be on Twitter. Somebody started following us. Okay, let's look at who they are. All right, somebody replied to our tweet. So it says, okay, Vandana Guru has engaged 2 times with us, has 483 followers, and is following 789 people. I can add them to CRM, reply to this tweet, like this tweet, all of that. When I see this, and there's a ticket already running for that person, basically that person is a customer, has a ticket, I would get that context right there within the social live stream, which is very helpful before you engage someone on social media. You have the context of the existing tickets that are open for that person. Like I said, I see Joel Victorian is a lead in CRM. That's why there's an orange tag on that person's name. And there's a ticket ID. So before I go on and engage with that person, I might as well click on it and look at what's going on. And that would lead me to Zoho Desk account. It will show me the previous interactions with Joel. Not just that, when you're engaging with somebody on Facebook or Twitter in one-on-one, which is otherwise known as direct messaging, you see the ticket number on top right as well. So you know the context before you engage with somebody on social media. And when you're looking at somebody's profile, you also see their CRM and desk information. So Adam Fulton is a customer, has raised some tickets before. I go to the desk info tab and I see all the details about that person. The average response time, resolution time that my team has spent on that, happiness rating and all of that. And when I go to the reports tab, there are, of course, channel-specific reports, but essentially, when you go to the reports tab, you can choose the network that you want to select and look at the reports. So the desk report tells you what were the tickets that were created from social media, with the ticket subject, status, which department did it go to, who was it assigned to, and all that. Now, the analytics. Let's walk through the reports quickly. When you go to the reports tab, you have reports available for each of these channels. So this is a screenshot from the Facebook report. These are the summaries, which gives you a high-level picture of how you're doing on social media. Audience, which is like how many page likes you've gotten, how many of them are organic versus a paid campaign that you did, where they're coming from. How's your engagement, right? So the kind of post that you're making, is it a text post, a video, or an image? Sort them out based on engagement rate, based on recency, all of that. LinkedIn reports. So number of posts versus engagement, followers by type, how are they engaging with you on your LinkedIn company page. But the beauty of it is the dashboard. So let's do that actually quickly. Go to the reports tab. Here's a dashboard, which is completely customizable, which means you want to pull out a metrics from a particular social network and then other one from some other network. You can compile it, put it together in one report, schedule it to be delivered to you or your manager or your teammate or your client Monday morning 10 a.m. It gets sent. So let's say I'm creating a custom report. I want page likes by language from Facebook, not for 30 days, but let's just say last week. Update, add to dashboard. Well, there's no data because Zilker Travels isn't doing enough. Let's say something from Twitter. Audience summary for Twitter. So that's last week. Boom. So 109 likes last week. So I can just customize the whole thing and show it the way I want. Moving on. We recently released an all-new mobile app. I've been using one for the last 4 weeks. In fact, all the social media updates that you see are being made from the Zoho handle or the Zoholics handle on social media. Also yesterday, today is happening. At least 4 people involved using the mobile app. All of it is happening in real time. Some screenshots from the mobile app. Feel free to download it. It's free to try. All of what you saw is also available on the agency edition with 4 additional features, which is you take off the Zoho Social logo and put your own logo, including your domain name, your URL, your favicon for the browser. The reports that go out to your clients go out with your logo, so you brand your logos with your agency logo. You have custom views for your clients. You decide what your clients see and what they don't when they log in, and you don't have to pay for their login. You may have 10 members in the client's team. They log into the platform for free. If you have a question, just send us an email at support@zohosocial.com, and one of us will take care of that. That's all for now.